Okay, so this is the piece. Before I start working on it, I'm gonna prime it with the bonding primer, and I think I'm gonna go for like a old rustic look because of those handles. We'll see how it goes. I've never done one before. Bum, bum, bum. Hello, hello. Okay, I will be doing first coat on this one. I'm gonna do it in brown, and that's it. And somebody told me to do horizontal videos. So I'm gonna try that, see if that works better. I only have to open this tin. So I will do base coat probably twice with brown paint, and then I'm gonna start playing with it. Maybe I'm gonna use some salt wash, and I will do some texture, some rust and that stuff. But yeah, I have 20 minutes left before I need to leave the house, so I thought I'm gonna quickly do the first coat, and then I'm gonna be away for a few hours, so that's gonna dry, and that will speed it up for me when I come home and I have something to do. So we're gonna start with that. So it's been primed with the bonding primer, but it's white on white, so you can't see it. But yeah, it's been primed. It didn't have to be primed, to be honest, because we're going for like a rustic look, and paint will be chipping off and stuff like that, but I primed it anyway. I'm of course painting my hardware because I always do, and do a quick base coat. You don't have to really focus on this one, just go wherever and however you want to do it, because it's nobody gonna see this coat anyway. It's only to cover it. Okay, and this is quite warm, so again it's gonna dry quick. Hey Aina, and it will be dry by the time I come back home, and then I'm gonna probably do another coat. So I won't start playing with it today yet, but always speeds up the process if I have this done at least. So I'm gonna leave you. You don't have to watch this because this is boring, and I'll get back probably after the second coat, because the second coat will be done exactly the same, so nothing interesting there. There we go. So this piece, I'll take off my slippers. This piece had 2 coats of brown, and now I'm gonna start playing. I don't know what I'm doing because I haven't done this kind of look before, so I don't know if I'm gonna manage. But what I'm gonna do, so we'll learn together or fail together. I took burgundy, and I have a brayer in here. I'm gonna paint with this, so it's not gonna be like a full coverage or anything like that. It's just gonna be here and there. I have another smaller one as well. What is it? Oh, somewhere. So the smaller one will also help. There it is. And you can, to be honest, pull the drawer out. Okay. See, it will look very bad before it looks any better, if it does. But see, I'm just gonna play around. Those layers will probably dry quite quick because that's not a lot of paint on it, so I can have a big progress today probably. There's some kind of blue from somewhere. Blue from, but I'll leave it. It will be a layered look anyway. Okay, so I will be playing with that everywhere, and then for the next coat I'll go with a different color. I'm thinking about green, and maybe another red as well, maybe orange, something. We'll see, maybe black. We'll play with different colors. Play around and then I'll show you what happened. Okay, I'm gonna add some texture to this piece, and I'm gonna see if it's possible to add it with the brayer as well. So I'm gonna get the green one now, and I'll get it onto here. Don't know how much I need, so I'm gonna start with that. Then I'm taking sea spray, and normally I do it in a cup or something, it's much better, but because I will then need it on this tray, then I will just start to do it on the tray. And to be honest, I might not even mix it all the way, so I can still have some of that powder. The powder also helps if it's just attached to the furniture, and it helps when you scrape it off and stuff like that. So like I said, I haven't done this before, so I'll play about and see if it works. Because to be honest, we are going for like a proper mess look anyway. Okay, my brayer here. So I will try just on the top of my cabinet. So here it is. Do I see texture? Maybe not. Should I add some more? Because I want it a little bit thicker than what it is, because it's not thick enough, I don't think. Hey, Ayla, leave it. She's trying to get into my other piece that I'm working on. Okay, let's see if that will work. Again, this is quite thick, so or maybe because obviously I'm doing it with a brayer, so I'm spreading it too much. So I'm not gonna spread it too much. Now you see, That's a difference. Yes, I'm not gonna press too hard to still have that texture. I really don't know where am I going with this piece, but I hope it will work in the end. Let's put this here. Let's take this here as well. I need to make much more of it, that's for sure. Because you can, like, I used to really liked painting something when using sea spray, and then you paint something, then you sprinkle some of that powder on, and then you spray it with water so it sticks to it, and then you leave it overnight or for a few hours to dry, and then you're gonna paint over it. But I would always have to put my piece on its side or whatever, because otherwise the powder would just fall off. So it is annoying that first you have to do the top, then you have to put it on its side to do the front, then you would have to put it on this side to do one of the sides. So it's not really easy to do, and it's time consuming, so I'm not gonna do that. Okay, and let's do this side as well. We're adding some texture, but not only texture, because some of them is very thin, so it's still almost like I would be painting. But yeah, it's nice textured block. Then I should probably start painting and kind of like spraying it with water to create that rust and dripping effect and stuff like that. I don't really like drips, but I will see what I will do on this piece. Okay, so I'm gonna do the rest of it, and then I'm gonna leave it to dry, and then we're gonna play again after. So that's the green texture everywhere on all the sides. I'm gonna leave it to dry, and then I don't know what the next step will be. Okay, so I really do not know what the next step will be, but I'm gonna play. So I'm gonna take the Whistler Grey, some paper, and my spray bottle, and we'll play. We don't know. Don't know what I'm doing now. It will probably be awful. Okay, let's see. Oh, let's see. It will be messy. It's not the best. Not the best. Will be a mess. Maybe, yeah, because my paint is quite thick. I'll just put it in the corners, and then I'll spray spray it on the handles. It will be very, very wet. The whole process will be wet. Okay. And then now trust the process, they say. It will get better. We'll just play. Play. Maybe I will add more water to my paint because it's quite thick. So then it's too thick. What part can you see? Kind of all of it. Let's find that. Let's move it down. Okay. That's maybe a little bit better. So I think I need to spray it when I'm closer to it. That will be a lot of quicker. Let's see. Again. Dun, dun, dun. My face probably doesn't look like I'm having fun, but tiny things. And we play and we make some mess. Ugh. Lots of mess. Lots and lots. All this water being stuck there. That's a proper messy clay. Oh, it's going inside the drawers. I don't want that. Okay. Think I'm just gonna keep on playing with the grey and then we'll see how it goes. The light is not the best. I don't think you can kind of see what's going on. So yeah, we'll see. This is what it looks like when I finish with the grey, and to be honest, it started to work better when I first would spray everything with water then apply kind of watered down paint, and then lots and lots of water spraying on top, and then wiping it with my paper towel. It is messy job, and now it's super wet, so it obviously has to dry for a little bit, like a long bit. So the cats are taking a nap, one here, one there, and I need to leave that for a few hours and then see what I'm gonna do. Maybe some black. I was thinking about black stamps here and there, because I'm not adding like any decoupage or anything like that, so I want to add something. So I thought black stamps, then maybe some kind of transfer somewhere. To be honest, if I would have inlays would be great, but I don't have inlays and I never worked with them before. So we'll see. I don't know what the plan is. We'll go with the flow on this one. Okay, I think now I'm gonna add a stamp, just to have something more interesting on it, and then when I have my stamp, I'm gonna start maybe scraping some. Maybe I'm gonna add some brown again, and then I'm gonna play with this dress in this piece. But first, I'm gonna add this stamp. And also, because the whole piece is kind of, you know, worn and old and it's been through a lot, we're gonna go for that kind of look. Then it doesn't matter how my stamp gonna turn out. Can be like here and there, parts missing, whatever. So gonna add it here. Line the apple. Okay, something like that. Then I'm gonna add more. So I'm gonna add this stamp on bigger drawers, and then I have another stamp for the smaller drawers, and that's what happens when you take off the protected the back sheet. So don't do that, but it's too late for me. And yeah, I'm gonna line this one up. I don't know what other colors to add, to be honest, because, you know, other techniques and distressing and everything like that, that's fine. You know, I can add it with palette knife or something else, but I don't know what other color to throw on it. And as well, like, this is not my color palette, because I normally do something bright, but yeah, we'll see. We will see. This one's here. I don't know if I'm still in the frame. There we go, and then I'm gonna pull it out and then do the last bit here. Okay, I'm gonna do the rest. Kind of same idea. So this is what it looks like when I added all the stamps. I added them on the top as well, and on both sides like that. Yeah, so now I think I'm gonna go again with brown and do some distressing, but don't know with what technique yet. I will think about it and I will come back very, very soon. So this piece might take a totally different turn. I was looking at my transfers that I have left, and from this one I only have this bit left. So it doesn't really go on any furniture because it's like a one piece that I have nothing to use it on. But I was thinking maybe if I use it here on top and then I can paint that, because that's easy, like on sides. I think I'm gonna go for it. And then I'm gonna add this dressing and play around with everything else. Yeah, I think that's where I'm gonna go. Okay, let's add this transfer in here. It is a quite old one. I think I had it for about 2 years, if not longer. Yeah, let's position it where I want it. Here is the middle, so maybe like this, or more here. Okay. Ooh. Like that. Put it down everywhere. Yeah, it still works. Because sometimes maybe when they get older, they can lose a little bit of the stickiness. Depends where you store them. So before I was storing my transfers in my conservatory where I paint, but obviously conservatory has a different temperature at night, different temperature during the day, different in the summer, in the winter, so it's not the best. So I stopped doing that, and now I have a cupboard in my kitchen where I keep all my transfers. So they are not in here, and I think that helps, because before I did have some problems with the transfers actually adhering and they were losing that stickiness. So if you're having that problem, maybe it is the fact where you store them. So look into that. Okay, let's go from this side now. This one is going quite quick, because sometimes they can take a long time, especially such a big transfer like this one. But this one is going very quick. Which is good. But yeah, I need to go to the gym and work on my muscles because my arm is already tired. I have no muscles whatsoever. There we go. Now I'm going to start from this side. Always do the edges, so it's definitely left in. Right. have this little piece that we will add somewhere. Where can we add it? Maybe here, so it's going this way as well. Yeah, I'm gonna add it here. Because all the transfers you can just cut them the way you want and mix and match them with other transfers, or like I'm gonna do here with some hand painting. So they're really a fun way to do something different with your piece. Okay. And then I'm gonna use my pad to get rid of the halo and to really stick it down. And then I'm gonna start painting those black leaves. Okay, let's do one now, to be honest. I have my black paint. And have my small brushes and my black paint. A little bit of water, and then let's see how much you can see here. That's fine. I'll turn it a little bit here because I will be painting from here. Yeah, the stems are not wavy, they kind of just curved, so I'm gonna do the same. If the paint is not flowing, that means you don't have enough water. Okay, how big do I want it? Or maybe I will bend it a little bit. Let's see, like this. Okay, and then the end with a leaf like this. And then obviously I'm going to do the white dots. Okay. Yeah, that really took a turn. But that's the fun part, that you never know where your piece is going to take you. So you just do whatever you feel comfortable with. Yeah, a little bit more here. Yeah, that would be fun. Hand painting all of them all over this piece. It will take me a little while, but today I have a quiet day and don't have any errands or anything like that. Tomorrow I'm delivering pieces to 2 different customers and then going to see my mom. So tomorrow will be a busier day, and then on Sunday, because today is Friday, on Sunday I have my class, which will be super fun, because after that we're gonna go to the little shop in 5 called Causeway Creations, where I buy all my supplies and my materials. So I thought I'm gonna do like a little road trip with ladies from my classes, because sometimes they don't drive or they can't find time to go there, or if they would go there they wouldn't know what to buy. But obviously Rhonda, the lady that owns the shop, would always help you. Sometimes she's not there and her husband is there, So yes, I thought it's going to be a nice thing to go together, have some tea and coffee, speak to Rhonda as well, and have a nice little road trip. So we're going to do that on Sunday, and I hope we'll do that again Sunday as well, because it will be super fun day. And I'm almost done with this. Pum pum pum. Everybody in England is complaining about the heat wave. Sadly, we don't have any here. We had kind of like a small heat wave last week, but now it's back to like 18, 16 degrees even, so it's not really warm. Right, this Scotland for you. That's what it is. Okay, now this leaf's gonna go over the transfer a little bit, and then, no, to be honest, I will stop here because they do have a stem like that. Okay, so I'm gonna maybe do another one here. Yeah, play around with them, but you don't need to see all of it, so that's fine. Perfect. I'm gonna get back to my podcast, and I will see you after I do all the hand painting. Yeah, not everything was in a frame, so I painted that, and I'm gonna add more. I really like it. I added black leaves everywhere, on the sides as well, and on the other side. I went a little bit crazy, they're kind of everywhere. Like this. And now we're gonna do the white spots to match the transfers. I think the best is to use a Posca pen. Obviously you can do it with paint. And there we go. Don't know how many I should add per leaf. There are different numbers there. Yeah, that looks good. It's funny how sometimes you thinking you had an idea for the piece and then it just goes not really off the rail, just totally different direction. I'm gonna do this one and then the rest out of camera. Look at that. You wouldn't know which one is which. That took no time to add the white dots. They are everywhere. So now I'm thinking, should I do have patina paint, but I don't have a patina spray, because that creates like a proper rust on it. So I might, because I'm gonna go to the shop tomorrow, so I might get patina spray and go for that rusty look with that. Yeah. I said I'm gonna go for patina spray tomorrow, but tomorrow is a long time away. And I want to do some fun, so I'm gonna add another color, which is primer red, and I'm gonna add it here and there, kind of similar color to everything else that's happening here. So I'm gonna add some. I'm not gonna wait for the patina spray. I'll still play with it today. If I buy the spray tomorrow, then it's fine, I can still add it tomorrow, but I'm gonna try to play without it, to find some other solutions, and we'll see what's gonna come out of it. A little bit here and there. Don't know if you can still see it in the frame. Let's go. Somebody asked me to do it in vertical mode, but I don't think that's better. Sorry, horizontal, I always get them wrong. I don't think that's better because you can't see the whole screen. That would be like this. At least you see all 3 drawers. So, I don't know. It will probably be annoying watching this video because I was forgetting sometimes to put it the other way around. So, it will be in many different ways. Okay. Pum, pum, pum. Let's put it here. So I'm gonna add gold as well. I'm gonna add brown. I'm gonna get some like splashes, probably white ones and brown ones. Rocky, get off. Off, Rocky. The cat is on the furniture. So yeah, I was thinking when I'm gonna start like scratching it and basically destroying it. That it's not gonna go well because this piece was white underneath and it's not wooden, it's white. So I don't want to see white, but on the other hand, those dots now helping me a little bit. If it's like white peeking through, I'll see what it looks like, and then I'm gonna know if that's something that we're gonna keep or not, because it might just be a one big mistake when we start this lesson. Okay, so that's the primer red added, and I'm gonna add brown and then add the gold. Yeah, that's some here and some here. Yeah, now I'm adding brown, same way here and there. A little bit of dry brushing, a little bit like bigger line, stronger line. Just adding more depth, because obviously I will add the brown wax, lots of it probably, but brown paint is also good. Yeah, here and there, just layering loads of different textures, colors, layers everywhere to make it look worn and old. Yeah, just play with it, and then maybe I'm going to take another color and do it with palette knife. Then I'm going to do some splashes. Okay, I think the light will be better here. And sorry if you see my summer sock. You know, it is what it is. And then I'm gonna add the brown splashes because I really like doing that. And I always use the Fun brush, F-A-N, not F-U-N, but it is still fun to use. And we are adding water as well because it has to like fly off my brush, and I do this and creates this nice little interest here and there. I'm going to add it with different colors as well. I'm going to do some white so we can see it better. Maybe some black. Who knows? And I want it everywhere. body here. Ooh, can be some bigger splashes, smaller ones. Oh yeah, brown is not that visible. It still adds to it. So I'm gonna definitely do another color. Yeah. Do another color after that. But it is a dirty, messy job. So don't wear anything that you like, because you're gonna be covered like freckles. Okay, I'm gonna do it everywhere, but then I'm gonna come back and do it from this side with a different color. Okay, I'm gonna do it with white paint. It is very, very messy. So maybe do it in a garden or something. Oh, there's my cat. Fred! Fred! You wanna come back? Fredio! One of my cats went again in the morning. And I don't know if he wants to come back or not. Yeah, so you can definitely see white much better. Should I do black as well? I don't know. But yeah, I like that. Oh, yeah, sometimes that happens. Okay, I've done it everywhere. See? I think I'm gonna add gold and start distressing. Okay, we're gonna add gold because why not? Ooh. I'm quite heavy-handed. I want a lot of gold. And obviously with a piece like this, at the very end, all the finishing touches with the gilding waxes, the brown wax, all the other waxes that will really, really add to it. Okay, so we've got like this, and then I'm gonna start distressing. Okay, that's gold added everywhere. There we go. So now it's the distressing part. I'm a little bit scared, but I have to do it. We're gonna distress it. I don't know how badly I want to distress it. I've got a tool like this, and I also have a scraper like this. Oh my god. Oh, I am scared. Also, like I really don't know what's gonna happen because this piece is white underneath. Yes, I'm getting into the white. I don't want white, I want brown. That probably wasn't the best piece for my first heavily distressed one. If John Lewis would see it, because that was like a John Lewis piece. Yeah, it is brown underneath. Can I get to the wood? It's white, not brown. I don't know if I can get to the wood. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I might really regret this. I mean, yeah, I can see the wood, but it's also all this white around it. It's not the best look. I feel the pain of this furniture now. No, that wasn't what I was going for. What do I do? Do I not distress it then? Or should I maybe sand? More like sand and not doing this. Yeah, maybe I'll get the sander out. Yeah, with the sanding paper, I'm just getting into the white paint. And also the wood underneath is kind of like light, and I would prefer if that would be like a dark wood. So maybe this is not the piece for it. What a pain. What a pain. At least it would be easy to cover. Just gonna cover with a palette knife. Yeah. Let's not distress it, because it's distressing me. I'm gonna get the palette knife. I have this tiny bit left of the burgundy, so I'm gonna go with burgundy. Obviously I need a big chunky bit of paint to cover this. This mess that I created on purpose, but it is what it is. Sometimes it happens. We try something and then we fail. Okay, to cover that. So it doesn't look weird. And then some here and there. Little burgundy. That might look weird because it's such a big blob. Let's spread that blob. Then you want it on it. Let's create texture. Ay. But you know, we are learning together here. I don't want to put too much burgundy now on, because I think it's destroying my look, because really the gold should be the last bit, I think. Okay. That would be it. So now I have to do it everywhere, and then I'm gonna leave this piece. Added the burgundy everywhere. Okay. So I'm gonna seal it, and then I might be playing with like a little findings that we can add. Maybe something like this here and there. You know, I have different metal bits, so I might be playing with that. But I'm gonna seal it first, because if I add that and then seal it, it will be annoying for sealing. And should I go with lacquer or wax? Don't know. I don't really do wax much anymore, but maybe for this piece wax would be quite nice. No, but then adding those bits to wax, it wouldn't be easy to glue them on, I think. So yeah, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna lacquer it. Then I have to take all the drawers out, and is it coming out? Okay, and do all those bits. And then obviously the drawer sides and stuff like that, so there will be a lot of cleaning up. Obviously there is some build up from all this water that we were adding. So yeah, still a few hours of work, but we are getting there. I am now painting those bits brown. I'm gonna do another coat, hovered everywhere inside, and now I am sanding the side of the drawers, because you see this ugly white stripe? That's what those drawers look like. But now when I sanded them down, they have nice dovetails, so that's much better than a white stripe. And then I'm also sanding the white of here, and then I'm gonna do it gold. And obviously I will do a stamp design on the sides. I did seal this piece once. I'm gonna do it, do the second coat now, but I don't really need to record it. You can see it on my previous tutorial how to seal the piece. You basically treat it like paint, you know, go over it. You just don't want any milky color because it's gonna dry white then. So this is all covered, all the drawers are sealed as well. So I'm gonna do the second coat and I'm gonna leave it overnight, and then tomorrow I'm gonna do the sides, and then we're gonna play with gilding waxes, and then the piece will be finished. Look how nice and deep those drawers are, and the wood is really nice. So yeah, almost there. I added now, sorry, my husband is hoovering. I added stencil design this time on all my drawer sides, and I will be now using my furniture tonic to revive the wood and then to protect the wood and protect my stencil. So I'm adding some onto my sponge and I'm just rubbing it, and then it gives me this nice color. I do need my other hand, to be honest, and gives you this nice color, revives your wood and protects the paint. So I've done those ones, and then I'll do all the rest. Now I'm doing the lip on the drawers. I'm using this wax, and so you take very little on your finger and you rub it on. And the best thing about it is that you don't have to seal it with anything after, because this wax just seals itself, which is good. So I like using it for that. And it's straightforward, very easy. You can use a brush, but you know, finger is fine as well. So I'm gonna do it on all the drawers, and then I'm gonna play with gilding waxes on the body. The drawers are done, inside and out, and now I'm gonna get all my gilding waxes out and we will play with them. Brown waxes, gold waxes, all different colors, and we'll play with them on the whole body, and then this piece is completely finished. I'm gonna play with waxes. Gonna start with the brown in here, definitely in the corners. A little bit here and there. Okay. And then wipe it off. Then the other colors I can add, this one, Fire Ruby, one of my favorites. I'm gonna add it here. This color will go nicely. I'm gonna get up there. A little bit on some texture. Sometimes they're not very visible, but they do add this little bit of interest here and there. So it's nice to play with them. Even if you're not applying a lot, but a little bit here and there is always nice. And then as well, this one, the very light one, but it gives you like a nice shimmer. My finger is so dirty now that I'll try it with a different finger. Yeah, just some light as well. We don't have to only add dark waxes, we can add some light waxes as well. Yeah, that is nice as well. I do like this wax. Do we have enough here? Should we add more? A little bit on the legs, because why not? Yeah, and I'll play around with them everywhere on this piece. Now I'm gonna add something like this. It comes flat like that. I use it for notebooks and stuff, but recently I added them to the furniture and I really liked it, so I'm gonna do it again. So I've already bent that to go here. I'm gonna add one nail here. Let's get it in place. Okay, and then the other one on this side. And that's like a nice finishing touch. I also have those ones, and I was thinking I might add it here. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm adding pliers, using pliers, and then kind of in the middle, I'm gonna do 3 of them. It is a nice solid wood piece. That's why I know that nothing will happen to the wood, and we can actually get them in. Another one. Because if that would be like an IKEA piece, that would work. Okay, and another one. One more in here. Let's see. Okay. What do we think? Nice little finishing touch. I'm gonna add another one of those in that corner, and then I'll see if that will be it or if I find something else to add. Okay, this piece is finished. It turned out different than what I planned for, but I do like it. The handles gave me the idea of like a rustic finish, like that it's all rusty and it's the rust is dripping off them, and it's lots of, you know, like a old worn kind of look. So I started with the idea. I added lots of texture, added different colors like green and burgundy and brown and black. But then, because this piece was from John Lewis and it was already kind of lacquered with white, when you distress it, you don't get down to the wood, you get down to that white, because I didn't, you know, sand it off, because that's too much work. So that wasn't a good piece for distressing. That's why I abandoned that idea. Because I wanted to distress it, I wanted to take like my scraper to it and my blade and everything else and really get to the wood and show that it's worn, and but it didn't work. So I'm going to try it some other time on a different piece that will be brown, so then I don't have to worry about the white coming through. But it still looks worn and old, it's just that it's not distressed. So I painted everything with the different colors, and I've done a grey wash as well, and then I added the black stencil, and then, because I always think that it's not enough, I thought, what can I add? And I found one transfer that I had, which is like a black and white tulip, and I added that to the top of this piece. Yes, and then because that white and black tulip has those like black leaves with it, I started hand painting those leaves here and there to join it with my transfer, which is quite big on the tabletop. And then I've done the side of the drawers with a stencil. I of course revived the wood with a tonic, and I then lacquered everything with 2 coats of clear matte lacquer from Money Sloan. Then after that was dry, we played with gilded waxes, gold waxes, brown wax, and like a burgundy wax. And then I added those little things, those little metal findings here and here. And now this piece is finished. So I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you at the next one.